Motivate.Trust now going to have a think about it, and perhaps 496 may have been right that maybe Motivate did want the Ricky, because they are spending quite a bit more time now on this fourth pickup. Because you'd assume they just go for a position 4 here, as they have already revealed 2 cores in their first 2 picks, and no, they'll go for the Tidehunter pickup now. So they're going to give that over to Massaros once again. 4-9. Oh, here we go.
It wasn't banned.
It wasn't banned. We forgot about this. The Bombi Techies. All right.
Oh, boy.
Apparently, he is pretty good on this hero. Apparently, he is scary.
I'm excited. Bombi had a spectacular performance in the Wind Ranger. If he brings it out for the Techies, we're in for a ride, man. It just takes me back to those China games. You know, you let them have it. You let that team that loves Techies have it. Remember what happened? Like PSG LGT, one series, one game, they let it slide. Next game, they went back to banning it. You know, it's like, there's a reason why you do that. 496, they're not kidding around. They've got to make this work. The synergy, I'm still not seeing it, but you've got some plays here possible, Mike. Lasso into a minefield is pretty dirty and something you can get done. So I just want to see that. That's all I'm asking for 496. Mine lassoed him into a war crime. That's all.
Oh, I hate casting Techies though, John. You always miss the kills every time.
Oh, yeah.
You can't predict when the damn kills are going to happen because the mines just blow people up all across the map. But it is a lot of fun. See how well they can run this Techies. I haven't seen 496 play this before. I saw a lot of people in chat yesterday, I believe it was. A lot of people were talking about the Techies being run by 496, but it never came out because it was just consistently banned.
Oh, yeah.
And, well, now we'll get to see what the big deal is. How good of a Techies is this guy really? How hellish can he make it for Motivate.Trust? Because it can be quite hellish playing up against the Techies. In fact, in most cases, it is.
It is. Hands down. Would you rather play against Techies or Tinker, actually, when you think about it?
No. The thing with Techies is you can't deal with it. Like, it's impossible. It's just this... you get a Tinker across the other team, you just choose a Clockwork, and you have fun feeding off
fair.
it. I would probably choose Tinker every day of the week. Because Techies just... It'll turn it into a 2-3 hour game, and it won't be fun, you know? It's not like I can win by catching this person.
It's fun. It's fun for the Techies player.
Only the
Not
Techies
fun
player.
for anyone else. Yes, only the Techies player. So at least Bombi sets himself up for fun. 496 sacrifices their fun, and they go with the morph. So who's going where? A support? No, offlane Ricky. What? No. Safe lane Ricky. Mid morph offlane Bat. That makes sense. Okay. So bit kooky because of that Techies. Interesting. Really greedy. 496 Ricky Morphling. That's
No, John. You're not seeing
hard
it.
duo.
You're not seeing it. You can
Yeah?
morph into the Techies and place more mines, and you get the silence from the source. You can do all of it, John. You can deny yourself as the Morphling now.
You're getting me excited. They've got to build the eggs. They've got to build the eggs and Motivate.Trust.
Naga Siren versus Techies. Wow. All right. Strap yourselves in, ladies and gentlemen. This could be a long one. This is
fluff your pillows.
The last game of the night. Here I was thinking, we were actually joking in lobby that we're sticking to schedule today. And
it's been fantastic.
Well, it's not just the caster's curse today. Apparently, Dougie's curse as well. There we go.
Dougie, you did this. You said we'd stick. They bring this out. You have to say it in lobby. Oh, man. Gotta be an interesting one. How long has it been since we've seen a Naga Tide classic combo? Of course, I still associate that mainly with China, but when you want to bring the big guns out, this is how to team fight. Baby's first team fight is, I think, what I like to call it, because it's easy setup. Song, Ravage afterwards, clean up. Very, very nice to execute. 496. Bombi Techies. I want to see that Ags for Hong. He has to do it, right? Surely he goes for that Ags, right? So we can get all the mines. The Geneva Convention's being thrown out the window because Techies is here. It's war crimes all the way down, Mike.
That's disgusting. Unless it's not. We'll see how good...
Unless
I mean, look, there's techies players out there that make the game so fun to watch. And then there's the other techies players, like the 99%, that just place mines, defend high ground forever, and we never end the game. That's what I'm afraid of, but I don't think it's going to be the case with 496. I think they will try to show us something special.
Yeah, they're the kind of team that has been playing fast anyway. So I've got faith that the Viet boys can do it fast and do it well. Still, we'll have to see how it unfolds. And Masteros, he played well. I still feel weird about that cosmetic because you can really tell that Tide's head is still under it. It just bugs me. It's not clean like the Wind Ranger Arcana. Nothing is. And look at the polys on Hung. You can count one poly.
Let's see how this one pans out this game. What's
Yeah, the tip. The tip to start with, just tip Bombi. It's like props to you, man. You got it. You got your techies.
Apparently, according to LootBet, 496 are the favorites. According to LootBet. So shout out to LootBet. They have faith in the techies out from Bombi. Good to see. What's Dota Plus thing? Dota Plus is giving a 2% advantage straight off the bat to MG.Trust. And, well, Yassi is going to go in on the Ricky with the Fortune's End to follow and the Suicide out. It's not going to be a kill, but it's a lot of damage, and Yassi will turn back around now. Oh, goodness me.
You're chasing. Yassi, a bit protected. Bombi.
How many heroes do they want mid? We just started the game.
This is what I love. 496, Motivate. They are not afraid to just throw everyone down one lane, throw the gauntlet, go for the kills.
That's it. Masteros going to be rooted up. Yassi, he's in danger.
Ooh.
Nice A thrown out from Fearless, and that will be first blood. Not the greatest of starts for 496. MG.Trust. I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better start. You just gave a first blood to the mid player of all things.
Yeah, fantastic setup for Motivate.Trust, and man, you gotta love how these two teams go together. I don't know if you noticed in the lobby, they're all friends because they're all in the same guild for those two, so they've got connections. They're just having a good time. I wonder if Motivate.Trust want to challenge themselves. They're like, all right, we'll let Bombi have the techies. I think we know how to deal with it still. Try a lane up top for 496 to start with, and they're gonna try again.
Yassi. Danger, but no, there's the Suicide out from Bombi, and it's going to be enough to kill off Masteros. Yassi barely surviving. He'll get a salve off that BB, and we'll be fine. Now jumping back in onto Q now. They are very aggressive in this top lane. Q is also going to die. Bombi able to somehow pick up the kill with his 40 damage auto attack.
Gotta love it. And that try lane for 496, even after feeding first blood, manages to bounce back. Now, you've got Boombell here, but Masaro's also TP top, so it's going to be an interesting dual lane, to say the least. Having,
well, now Yassi's gone.
Oh?
Yeah, Yassi's just gone. Masaros will take the kill. So they give up on the tri lane, and then MG.Trust starts the tri lane. It pans out for him because Yassi can't farm against the tri lane like this.
We didn't even notice. It's actually a support LC this game.
It is.
Like, Boombell's going to be supporting up. A lot of value in that press the attack in that case as the support. So just roaming around, making space, and 496, I mean, they got that kill. Yassi with 2 deaths, though. Does set that Ricky back. Gonna look at other lanes for Smite. Mid lane. You've got Fearless and Hung up against each other. Void Spirit versus the Morphling matchup. Not going too bad for Fearless. He's up ahead. 11-1. 6-2 here for Hung. Not a good start in terms of last hits. Has to be a bit careful about bleeding too hard, but Fearless copying so much damage, although...
Needs a Fairy Fire. Adaptive, not going to be enough. They'll play on the edge, these two. Oh no! Boombell with the rotation! The overwhelming odds gonna be enough, and it's just not what you'd expect. a pos 4 Legion commander at 2.5 minutes in, rotating mid to get a kill on the Morphling.
Oh, how often do you see that?
Well, now I've seen everything,
Like-
John.
Boom bell. Oh, just making this work, and now he's back at bot, the one lane we haven't talked about. Red, along with Bombi now, in that dual lane. They are up against Jackie, and Jackie, in these first few minutes, Mike, he has gotten some good last hits. 15-2 up there with his mid laner, Fearless. So it's been a fantastic start for Motivate.Trust. They found the kills, they're finding the last hits. 496, got to be careful of bleeding out too hard here.
Yeah, that they do, and Jackie just seems completely unaffected by red. It's really not what you want, right, as the Bat Rider. You need to be in complete control of the lane. It's really the whole point of the hero and the sticky napalm, to be able to do this. Just pop the sticky napalm and the Firefly and get so much damage off, but Jackie, he's not really taking that much damage. Now with that red, he's going to have to try and turn around onto Boom Bill, but they can't keep up with him either. Jackie will be free to just stay in the lane. He's just perfectly healthy.
I love the plays coming out in Boom Bell. If he sees Jackie in trouble, he comes in, press the attack, no more napalm stacks, no more slows, and he's just fine. Like there is nothing this Bat Rider can do there.
Q top lane does end up dropping. Yassi able to pick up another kill on that Ricky. And we also had a TP in from Bombi. So he's hit that level 3 mark now, and he might start going to place some mines in. Top lane, Masaros. Gonna fall quite low, and they will not be able to get the damage off in time.
That is what you sound like.
What's the objective here from Bombi? Do we just start farming jungle camps now with these mines?
Just about that time to get that done. Maybe get some stacks going first to start that snowball effect. You will want to give some space towards Hung, though. Again, his start down mid, it's kind of bouncing back, but the Morphling will need space. So you've got to be cautious about the areas you farm in as the techies. Don't want to drain it out too much, but that's where he's going to be playing now. Just securing the jungle, getting some stacks up, and finding some safe farm there. Motivate.Trust should be able to find that out as the game goes on.
Well, that baby looks like he is set to fall here as the Inkswell will come out from Masaros. Very easy kill to pick up there for MG.Trust. Yassi, he has not had a very comfortable lane on this Ricky, I'll tell you that. He's sitting at 19 and 12 on this Ricky Maru, but definitely not as far as he would like to be. Still trying to be aggressive up against Q on that Grimstroke, but has to posture and just pace himself here. Is dangerous.
It's an awkward lane now as well, because Masaros has an early Morbid Mask, so he can just press E.
They're going to try with those Purifying Flames. They can get a lot of damage out. Masaros, maybe one more. They do get him. Nice play from that BB. Q was unable to get the Inkswell off in time, and now they're going to turn back around. Bombi from a mile away, getting the suicide kill.
That's what you love to see. The root combination to set up with this follow-up blast off. Really playing with that combination does give 496 the kill lead. Still a slight net worth lead here for Motivate.Trust, and they're still finding some great farm.
Fearless trying to really abuse that DD rune, but Hung was strength morphing that mid lane and will be able to sustain himself through the damage output of Fearless. But he's going to have a bit of a tougher time in this mid lane with that DD up on Fearless, unless they're Fearless. Fearless. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Okay, well, I know he has a DD rune, but you can't fight a morph when he's strength morphing underneath his tier 1 tower.
Oh man, the taunt's coming out as well. I mean, Hung just danced around him. I can't believe he didn't get the aggro off. Like, that was a big mistake. The tower was the one that really cleaned it up. And Hung gonna be pleased with himself. That helps him bounce back from the lane. He's got the last hit advantage over that Void Spirit. And it's actually a pretty good start for 496. Despite the slower initial laning phase, you've got all the last hits you could ask for on Hung and on Red. You only really need to play catch-up with Yassi, but his slow farm is benefiting everyone else, including Bombi. We've got level 6 in the techies now.
You do. Bot lane, big smoke up from MG.Trust. They're going to try and make a play onto red, and it looks like they are going to be able to catch him out with that Inkswell. Aether Remnant though, not going to latch, but red is kind of just stuck. He does finally have the Firefly up, but it will be too late. It'll be the 5th kill out for MG.Trust and the 2nd for Fearless. Overall though, it is a very, very even game. It starts to feel like 496. If they can keep this farm going on Hung, on that Morphling, everything should be just fine.
Yeah, I mean, he's the big factor. He's the big farming core that needs to get to that running start, and he is. He's still up there. You know, he's even above Jackie, who's had a free lane. So he should be able to set the pace. And again, Yasi, despite all the deaths, still up there as well. Not too bad. They're just getting all the space done. This is all while Bombi's just basically farming jungle now.
Fearless, trying to get an Aether Remnant off onto red, but will not be able to catch it. Where's our techies? What's he up to? Still farming.
As you'd want. Working on to those arc boots and then the Aether lens to have that range. Not quite seeing the pattern of the mines, but looks like they're going to focus on defending the tier 1 with those early on. That's going to be the next move for Motivate.Trust. Haven't seen place, although Fearless.
And down the bot lane. It's onto red. The lasso is going to catch him out, and the Firefly is going to be enough damage to kill off Fearless and Yasi. He'll TP down to the bot lane. They do kill off at least Q, but rather red, but Q does also go down. And 496 seems as though they want to try and start pressuring that bottom tier 1 tower.
Yeah, they're clumped up. They've brought Hung down. This is about that time where you do want to melt these early towers. And they've got Midas and Yasi. So they're Ricky Midas actually fairly early on with the brown boots. That's just, they're looking for the long game, right? They've got the techies. They know they can stall it out. Might as well go for something that helps you escalate as the game goes on.
Oh, Bombi. See, this is why I hate techies games, because this is what happens. I can't catch the kills. Meanwhile, mid lane red does end up going down, but does take Boombell with him. So, that is your position 1 Naga dying there. For anyone wondering, they were just mines that blew up at a stack in the jungle.
Yeah, it's a great time. 496 Bombi, he's just having a good time. Look at this. All the mines here just to watch movement in the tier 1. Gotta be careful with where you choose to play now if you're motivated, and PTSD starts to kick in.
I feel like Dota should implement like a proper, you know, kind of symbol on the minimap so we know where the mines are. Like, rather than just we have to guess or just follow this techies forever.
Well, Mike, you know, it's a beta game, so keep your expectations in check. You know, that's a very complicated feature. Very complicated, Mike.
I apologize. I was expecting a bit too much, I think. Way too much.
Clump up bot, Masaros.
He's going to try and fight. Ravage is going to fly out, and Boombell will TP in with the press the attack, and now the Jewel is out, but they get the false promise there from that BB. He'll be the one to die, and meanwhile Red, still trying to chase Masaros, does kill him off. But Yasi does also go down to Fearless, and Fearless might get a triple. In fact, Boombell will be the one to take the kill off him. And now Hung will come in by himself, getting caught by the Aether Remnant, and now the silence, but does get the strength morph off in time. Can he really 1v3 this? Probably not. Aether Remnant again going to catch him. He is still holding on to that waveform. Not willing to chuck it out yet. Will eventually get there with the TB, but they do go ahead and just astral step him. It won't matter. He'll get away.
Still a big win for Motivate.Trust. 496, you can't really jump a tide like that. Masaros is still really tanky, and when he has Ravage, he's hard to deal with. They're trying to jump over those runes, but Masaros does grab it in the end as well. Just running through fire.
You love the Kraken Shell,
Great
John.
spell. Balanced spell, Mike. And 496, you know, they're slightly behind, less than 1k, but Motivate.Trust is slightly ahead. There hasn't been progress in the towers, which is surprising, right? 12 minutes in, We tend to see the movement at around 7.5 for the tier 1s, but it's a techies game. Both sides want to play a bit slower. No progress so far in taking any of these objectives.
Well, Bombi's really set up a lot of mines at that top lane. I think they must be very well aware that this is not going to be an easy top tier 1 tower push. Hung's got the right idea though, he's pushing the mid lane. He's getting that started. Meanwhile, to the south, Masteros is there with that BB. Trying to catch somebody on here. Hung just going to waveform out, and well, they force a lot of rotations from MG.Trust. The Trust are unable to catch anyone.
Yeah, it's not the best result. They are TPing down. That bot tier 1 actually dropping low to Yasi. Ricky push. Somehow doing a lot of damage, but it works out.
It's just such a weird game.
Ricky Midas with a push, you know? I don't know if you'd see that anywhere else, Mike.
You don't see it very often, that's for sure. Oh, Bombi still mining up that top lane.
Ooh.
It's a lot. This is not a safe place to be anymore. Fearless. He's going to farm some jungle around the area, just try and test things out. They'll send some Naga Siren illusions in, clear out the mines. They may not appreciate how many are there though. Like there is a lot.
A ton. That's going to be enough to blow someone up if they're not careful. And they're not making a move there though. You can see the focus is elsewhere. 3 people down bot again. Masteros doesn't have mana. No Ravage.
It's just so tanky though. It's very, very hard to kill him. And while he's defending that bottom tier 1 tower, the mid tier 1 is being forced in by Fearless and Q. He'll get a TP rotation out of that BB, but he's going to cancel it. And Fearless is not done. He wants to clean up the tower first, and he is going to be able to get himself out. But perhaps Q might still be in danger. Fearless going to astral step back towards Yassi. He'll be fine. Masteros now. Mine's being detonated, but they didn't do that much damage. Masteros will still die, however. Hung be able to get the kill on the Morphling.
It's an important kill to pick up. They do manage to kind of compensate for losing that mid-tier 1, but the control you lose is still significant. Look up top. Boombelt's trying to go. They dropped the sentry, so the mine's not going to play an effect here. Smart play from Boombelt. Or is it? Here we go. Lasso.
Yeah. See ya.
Love it. Sentry doesn't stop that, Mike.
Oh, what a hero. What a hero. Anyway, I mean, on the brighter side for Motivate, their Naga Siren's farming very well. So Jackie's having a great old time now. Hasn't really been contested whatsoever.
Yeah. It's been a grand old time, and that's something 496 has to be cautious about. Naga does scale extremely well. You don't want to have that happening. Still forcing down mid. They do pop the fortify, but there are numbers here, and Red's trying to find an opportunity. Doesn't have lasso. Not really going to line up for much.
No, back to it for 496. Not getting those mines out. Setting up for the next lasso from Red. Oh, I forgot you could do this to towers.
How does it even affect towers? Why does it even affect towers?
It's, I don't know, John. I don't know. Red. It's going to go for a Firefly up top, but it's Masteros. You can't really get the lasso off on the tide. Boombell's waiting just behind to try and get a jewel off here on this Bat Rider. Looks like Red will be out of range. MG.Trust just going to take over this dire side jungle.
Yeah, it's a steady farm up. They still maintain the less than 1k net worth advantage. You're still seeing some decent timings here. Hong is going to have his shotgun very soon. Couldn't fly out. There's that E-Blade, so you can burst people down. That's one tool available. Yasi is opting for the Manta himself on Ricky. That's going to be a while though. Top.
Asaros does have the Ravage, does commit straight away, does connect on both of them. That'll be that BB getting the false promise off in time, but Fearless does have the control, and now the duel on the right side will also get the Bat Rider. Yassi still trying to fight back. Hung does actually get the shotgun off onto Q, and Jackie now will just pop the song. Just TP out of there. Ultimately a 2-for-1 trade, obviously working in the favor of Motivate.Trust, and they do not overstay their welcome.
No, they managed to at least find some punishment here from Motivate.Trust. Not the biggest heroes to take out. The red is a nice one, but you're not quite trading the way you'd want. You would want to punish these cores. They are still a bit too big. It's fine though. They've been sitting on that Ravage for a while, and they do stall out a push still. Fearless.
He's in trouble. There's a lot of damage from Hung. Assimilate and will Astral Step TP, but they have the lasso out. That was wishful thinking out from Fearless, but it does not work out for him. Guess he was just hoping the lasso was not going to be up.
Yeah, so unfortunate, but nice pickup there for 496. You can see Bombi in that free time. He's gotten a lot of mines in that bot jungle, so you don't want to walk there if you are Motivate.Trust in a duel.
Mid lane, they caught out, and it's going to be Yassi on the Ricky. Does go down just prior to being able to pick up his Manta. Even Masaros now chasing that BB up at the top lane. Looks like he'll be alright, but well, Red won't be. Jackie just dishing way too much damage out on that Naga Siren. Jackie really has been left to his own devices. This is going to be a source of concern for 496. It's a free farm Naga Siren we're dealing with here.
Oh yeah, it's a scary one. And the smart play here with the Naga is that you can send illusions out, right, to clear those prox mines and bait out the other mines as well, the remote mines. So it makes it trickier for Bombi to be as effective, at least on that Naga Siren. And that's always going to be the ace up the sleeve here for Motivate.Trust as they do go into the Roche. 496 have to contest this, but it is melting fast.
It is.
Oh!
Ravage
Yassi.
gonna be committed. Yassi jumping in. The smoke screen, but it was just too early. Now Hung at least getting Q, but they'll also lose red on the Bat Rider. And Fearless catching out another. It's gonna be that baby on the Oracle going down.
It's not fantastic for 496. They were a bit disjointed in going in. Yassi just kind of awkwardly walking up, not respecting the fact that there is more than likely vision in the area, because obviously there's a Ricky and a Techies. You're going to drop sentries down to ensure you're safe. Gets punished. A 3k lead now for Motivate.Trust. Jackie just looking bigger and bigger. The mine's not quite lining up. Like, Bombi's had a couple of good performances with his mine placement. They are holding on to the objectives, and that's where they look to make it a bit trickier. There's a lot of mines protecting that top tier 2.
There is. It has been a bit of a tough game for our Bombi Techies as he always tries to blow up the Naga Siren, but the problem is she continues to send illusions in, and you can't really tell the difference between the real and the fake ones. Bombi now going to show himself up that top lane. Of course, he dares them to try and come in, try and take him out, but they know that he's standing right on the mines. And instead, they will try to chase down Hung on the Morphling. There's Hung. He's baiting, and there goes Fearless. He didn't realize that now a lasso going to be cancelled by the press the attack. I feel it's going to be a little bit cautious about that. He literally stepped right on top.
Yeah, it's not the biggest loss. I think they really are just looking to pick off Jackie, just the #1 target. It's what they want with that time investment. It's not lining up. You'll take what you can get. Their mines.
Hung didn't quite get the shotgun out in time to amplify that damage. It won't matter. Masaros again proving to be a little bit too tanky. Gonna be able to walk out. It's still gonna be a bit frustrating for Motivate.Trust not being able to push in that tier 2 tower and losing Fearless for really no reason. But that's how it is when you verse a techies. It's got to kind of accept it and move on.
Yeah, it's the stall game. It's gonna get worse too because Bombi's got that Philosopher's Stone, is working out towards the Ags. So you're gonna have the minefield sign invis, and that just makes it a whole lot harder to get a safe siege going. So waiting for those key items for 496. There's also an SNY for Hung. He's lacking the recipe. Once he's got that, a bit tankier on that Morphling. Yassi, for his part, still hasn't finished that Manta. Really needs it up. And they see an opportunity. They're going to have Lasso up in a bit. There are mines there, Mike.
Yes, there are. But Aether, I'm not going to lock him in. And they know. They seem to be very well aware the mines are down. And he's trying.
No.
Mines will do nothing. Illusions once again. Red couldn't have made it any more obvious.
Beautiful ward there for Motivate.Trust to spot that out as well. They didn't have the sentry. Actually, they did. Right on the edge. They were just baiting it in to waste that time. And 496, every time you waste your bombs like that, that is a lot of time investment gone, right? It takes time for techies to plant that. It takes time to set that up. And if it's not paying off, then you're actually not getting as much as you'd want there.
Well, mine's being blown up. Boombill trying to make a chase onto Hung. He does have an invis, but they place a sentry. Gets used up by Fearless to the Aether Remnant and should be able to get locked down here. He needs some help. That baby's coming with the false promise, but he's not going to make it in time. He probably is going to die trying to get there, although wait, the lasso into Fearless and Masteros. They go down. Oh, this damn techies. Jackie trying to go into the back lines. Will go after the Bat Rider now, but the false promise will save his life, and Jackie will try to go onto that BB, but will not be successful in doing so. Meanwhile, Yassi just cleaning up in the back lines. Gonna go back in onto Boombill. We'll press the attack. Jackie gonna try and help out by fighting back, but the smoke screen gonna make it hard. That BB, and be cautious about how much damage he is going to take. Red trying to help out, does actually break them away from the Oracle, so he does walk out of there. Illusion's still chasing him down, but he should be fine. They do force the Nagata back.
That's a big win for 496. The mines paying off big time for Bombi. 2 heroes just getting blown up. They weren't able to get the Ravage from Masteros. Really well-timed retreat, though, as the Aegis expires. To Motivate.Trust, again, just they can't make progress in the map. It's a techies game. The Ags is up for Bombi. What do? You just accept it. You know, this is what you signed up for when you left it unbanned.
It's going to be Swell jump in from Fearless. Mines will be juked out by our Void Spirit, but now the shotgun in from Hung. Red, it's half HP. Everyone will just disengage. You do have those hacks up. Oh, it's just such a stupid hero. Like, why is this even in the game?
You know what I'm curious about? So if Hong has Ags, and he turns into techies, does that mean his minefield also hides mines?
Oh my, don't.
Is there a potential for double hidden mine spots?
Wow!
Does
Maybe.
that work that way?
Maybe.
Because that sounds really, really busted if it does interact that way. Really busted. Unfair busted.
I don't play techies or Morphin, John, so it's a bit hard for me to answer that question for you. I imagine the answer might be yes, which scares me quite a bit.
Spicy.
Yep.
Oh, man.
All props to MG.Trust though, right? They haven't been afraid to take these fights. Like, especially Fearless. He is staying true to his name. He is jumping in as if he is Fearless.
Yeah. It's been brave of them. You have to be wary. When you see Red running up to you, you know something is up. That's the biggest one. One way to counteract that, Lincolns. So you can see Fearless after the BKB into the Lincolns for him on his queued items. Once you have that, you're a bit safer. In fact, I'd say a few more Lincolns just to be really safe. You just ensure you're not gonna be kept. You're not gonna be caught out there. You look at Masaros, saving for the heart. Slow build up. He hasn't been able to get that farm up and running, but once you have the heart and the tide, it's gonna be a really tanky beast, and they have had issues blowing this tide up.
Smoke up from MG.Trust. Gonna make a rush up towards that top lane. Looks like Jackie has spotted out Red. Get the ensnare off in time, and Red, that should be him dead. He doesn't have Firefly any longer. Tries for the spider legs, but it will not work out. Another kill going over to Motivate.Trust.
Yeah, it's on the biggest here they could ask for the kills to come in too. Jackie building up that lead, Mike. 4K ahead of Hung. And our Naga just set to eclipse everyone. One part away from the Abyssal. Once you've got that, the presence of the Naga skyrockets. The damage output and control is not something that you should underestimate in any circumstance. You talked about it earlier on, but they just have not applied pressure to Jackie. It's been basically a free farm game. So you're going to have to deal with the consequences of that once this Abyssal is up and running.
I wonder what Dota+ is saying about this game. So 56% is all it's at. Very interesting.
Yeah, the numbers aren't exactly clear. Now it's 56, but it comes at a heavy cost, that 56%. Your mental fortitude takes massive hits. You're always going to be scared of hearing that little ping sound. You know, it's a bit terrifying, but
It is.
you can see how many sentries are down as well on this map. They're just ensuring that these spots are gone, and it just forces Bomb to blow up his investments.
More mines blowing up everywhere. It's like they are just going to really sit back and...
Yep.
Yeah, how
Take it
late
slow.
can you go with Morphling Ricky?
Really
I mean,
late.
it's just...
Really, like you can though. Like it's Morphling just scaled so well, right? You know, he's one of those cores that goes ultra late game. If you're having issues, buy an Ags, eat it, and then turn it to tech.
It's just sickening, dude. Doesn't make any sense. Nasseros doesn't want to walk into the Roshan pit. Just walks away. Bombi's literally in there with a bunch of
smart
mines. Yep. Just don't walk in.
Yeah.
I mean, they have the courier watching Bombi doing this. Bombi's leaving
Yeah.
the courier.
He's just asserting dominance. Does he? He sees the courier. No, the courier actually doesn't have vision, Mike. It's not far enough.
Oh.
Bombi sees it, but he's right outside.
Oh, no. Oh, it's just Q at least. Nasseros now can go in, commits the Ravage. He is so sick of this guy. He's just going to commit everything to take him out. And maybe now they can go for a Roshan.
Oh, a bit too excited there to pop his mines. Would have been big. See, if he had it here, Mike, you'd be dead. But he doesn't. They pay that out well. Motivate.Trust, get that opportunity. Aegis Cheese on the deck. 496. They're not in position to contest. They're gonna have to give it up.
The second Roshan of the game going down, but the bot lane is being forced in by 496. They're going to jump in onto Fearless. Be forced to Astral Step away. Looks like Hung is not intending on sticking around much longer either. Back off that high ground.
Ah, man, Mike. What a way to get the last game of the day, right?
Yep,
It's still Doogie's fault.
it is.
Just
Dougie.
shout out to you, Doogie. You know, 2K lead, 22 to 22, 32 minutes in, and it feels like a stalemate. Progress on the map. Look at those towers. Mirror. Tier 1 still standing in the bot lane. Tier 1 still standing up top for Motivate.Trust.
there's an Octarine
Mid lane,
core.
Tier 2s. There you go. Bombi. He's up.
Has an Octarine
Bombi's
core
like
up
Bambi.
now. Hung, false promise out very early on. Onto Hung. They do get Q as a kill. That's it.
Preemptive. Just to be safe. I'm still taking control of that bot jungle. There's that Heart and Maceros, so we've bought enough time for Urtai to be an Ultra Beast, really tanky. And finally, just a bit of a pause, because they know it's going to go long.
No. You don't get to pick techies and pause. You don't get both options.
You reckon there should be a rule? If you pick
Yeah, if you
techies, you
pick
forfeit your
techies-
pause time?
Yeah, you should have the defenses up already. If you need to disconnect, that's fine. You should have the mines ready to go. He's got an Octarine core now, so all those mines are going to be coming out way faster. Well, 25% faster, which is pretty nice. He hasn't got anything else like a neutral item that can speed up his... Well, actually, there is a quickening charm on their Batrider. Red's being a little bit greedy here with that quickening charm.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want
Give it
full
up.
value, give it a Bombi.
Yeah, give it up. Just let him do it. He is the guy who's going to commit the war crimes. Let him do it.
Unless-
He is complicit, though. He's complicit. He does the lasso, right? He's part of it, Mike.
I mean, I guess they want to hold the Philosopher's Stone to just, you know, keep the passive gold going while Bombi is just placing mines everywhere. Makes enough sense to have that Philosopher's Stone just stuck on Bombi. I don't know how
Yep,
to feel about this hero anymore. Nor do I know how to feel about this game.
You know what I'm excited for, Mike? Level 25.
What's
Moving
happening?
mines.
Oh,
moving
right.
mines.
Yes, I forgot about that. How can I forget?
Why is that a talent? Why does he get the most broken level 25 talent? Mines movement and 251 damage with his attack range and his attack animation, which scales really nice with attack speed. Why?
Well, don't
Why
forget.
does techies... Why did they get that?
Don't forget when Ice Frog did that whole, you know, all talents got nerfed by 20%. Techies was the only one who did not have that talent nerfed. So I don't know.
Why? I just look at his talents, and then I look at my boy Undying, and I'm like, why?
They're
Why
all
does
buying
this-
hearts.
That's the only way to go.
Jackie's
So you
got a
don't
heart.
die.
Down at the bot lane, they are going to have a fight here. Onto Fearless, but Abyssal Blade going to catch out that BB. Jackie cleans him up. And Aether Remnant locking in on Yassi. He's going to try and Blink Strike out, and it looks like he should be just fine. Fearless wants to keep trying. Won't be able to get him. That's it. You got the Oracle, but that's all you get.
It's not enough. They back off. They're feeling safe. 2K lead still on MG.Trust. They even have the double war crimes for Red. 2 and 1. Get them into the mines now. Love to see it. Ags rush on the Batrider. Just do it. You've got it. You know, that's not pretend anymore. This is exactly what they want. You know, just dunk them in. You know, just make them suffer. That's it.
Boom Belt might be able to get a duel off here on our Ricky. False Promise already out from that BB, but they commit the duel anyway just to get that damage off in time. Now the Ravage is out from Maceros, and that should theoretically be both dead, unless Yassi can get himself out, but no.
Eesh.
Does go down to the damage output, and with those two heroes down, MG.Trust are going to try and make a push happen.
So yeah, they catch out the Courier of Hung. That's going to stall out the development of that Butterfly. It's not going to be able to easily buy out his Eagle Song. A bit of a shame having it in that spot, but good punishment out from MG.Trust onto the tier 2s. These are spots that Bombi has not focused on, so they are really open and be relatively easy to take out with no worries.
Hung does take the mid lane tier 2 tower with a nice DD rune for himself, but MG.Trust, they're not done. They'll keep going up to the high ground. Abyssal is out onto red. But Jackie doesn't seem to want to continue. Or maybe they do now. They caught Hung.
What? Ooh. That is not good news. They need a Morph one to actually hit. There are some mines here. Ooh, not enough.
They've got the heart up. Jackie is more than tanky enough. With that, back to the tier 3 tower. They're going to take the chance they get. Lasso, the double lasso in fact, but there's no mines to go to. They're picking up the one mine just on the ground there, but it's not going to be enough. So Jackie, he'll turn back around now with Boom Bell. They will get that BB. Mines will at least get the Aegis, however, of the Naga Siren. But Jackie does have the song, he does have the cheese. Do they want to fight? Not quite. They want to get out of there. They'll just TP away.
Yeah, it's a successful defense for 496. Tier 3 still stands. If they find if they find a repair kit, you know, it's gonna be up and running healthily. Nah. Yeah, they do have a repair kit, so they can just build it right back up. Red holds on to it, and not the best showing, but still good. Massaros still up front.
They haven't got the lasso for another 15 seconds. No, he'll be just fine. Got the Ravage up in 5. I think they kind of want to go for another big team fight, not give the time for Bombi to get these mines out. Makes a lot of sense why his name is Bombi now, by the way, John. It's, I was thinking about that last night.
You think about some strange things, man.
I do, John. I really do. That'll be your mid-tier 2 tower going down. The illusions do it. Run them through the mines. Bombi ended up getting that quickening charm, by the way, John. So he's got mines a little bit faster now.
Love to see it. Still, no progress onto the high ground. There was a smoke from MG.Trust. Working their way up top, but no one really there. And be able to plant some wards. 496. They find themselves 12k behind, 13k now. And they've got the scaling with the Morph. They've got the scaling with the Ricky. Although Yassi has stalled out in development. Needs to get that Battle Fury up and running fast as possible. Start to deal with that. And tier 4 items, perfect for Jackie, the leveler.
Nice.
To help them siege the imaginary high ground that they're probably not going to touch for the next few minutes.
That is true. Let's see what else we can get.
Mine.
See you later, nerds.
Fearless. They're
Careful,
pinging it.
Fearless. Oh no, they know.
No.
Nice.
Oh, they've got the gem in Fearless. All right. So there's that.
What do you sound
Gonna
so
be harder
upset?
now. I just want to see the mine skills. You know, it's here. You might as well see it.
Fearless
might
gonna
as well
catch
enjoy
out
it.
Red. Was trying to skip the creep wave, but he's gonna get slowed up, and he should be controlled completely. And they do get the jewel off. And they found a spell prism now. Wow.
Yeah.
So
Perfect.
why not just give that to Bomb? Get him even lower in terms of cooldowns and even higher in terms of spell damage.
Yeah, just I don't know why they're pretending that's gonna be Hung's item. There's no point pretending. Just give it to Bobby. You're not the star of the show. Techie's it. It's always. Always. Still, you've got that Hex up in Jack. You might, you know, they're not playing games here. MG.Trust. They've got the control. They've got damage. They're just eating true mines, and even if you blow them up, Jackie's too tanky to blow up now.
Yeah, he's got 5k HP. He's happy. The repair kits are being used up. More mines behind the tier 3 tower. How many mines do you require to actually take out this Naga now? Just feels like it's going to be way too much.
Yeah, a heck lot more than you'd want to invest, which is why you need a quickening charm for Bum. And that spell prism. So it's a cautious siege. Yeah, it's cautious siege. They're not fully committing. They do manage to take it out in the end and going for another.
You do almost have level 25 on Massaros. A nice, nice bonus damage increase with that 25 talent if he wants. Be very, very healthy for him. Got to go back and defend. They poured out Hung on the Morphling trying to split push, but Hung will be able to BKB, and he does go for the TP out. Meanwhile, Q ends up going down in the mid lane.
Oh, so I learned something new today, Mike. You didn't catch it, but they lassoed the Tide, right?
Okay.
And it chained onto our Grimstroke. So it caught Q, and then Masaros' Kraken Shell triggered, but when he walked around, the lasso was still on Q. So it just looks wrong. It just looks so wrong. He's dragging his support around instead. It's so weird. You learn something new, you know?
Goodness me.
Oh, look. Mines.
Mines indeed.
Not fishing, though.
Oh, it's just havoc. Absolute havoc on the high ground. Astaros doesn't know where to stand.
I mean, they've got vision. You know, they're blowing up those mines slowly. 496, they've got to make a play. They have the damage to get through these tanky heroes.
Sure they do, John. That melee Rax is finally going down. Smokescreen going to delay things even further, but eventually Masaros is going to be able to take it for himself. Up toward that top lane. They aren't going to give Bombi time. Back to it.
No.
Bombi has that spell prism now, by the way. So he's
Took them long enough.
going faster.
They need more. I mean, they're losing a lot of space here in the high ground. They're smoked up.
There's a suicide in. Hung. A waveform in, but can't really do too much right now on this Morphling. Now, Masaros again would love that 25 talent right now. Can't quite get it. Keep walking back up and down. The heart keeps resetting the tide. He's never gonna die like this.
No. No, it's too much HP. They've got the Battle Fury up on Yassi, so he's clearing out these creep waves just fine. It's like an unbreakable spear and a unpierceable shield, right? It's a paradox. That's what this push is, a complete paradoxical situation.
Hung. Just running circles around Masaros right now. They get the range rats. Red gets the lasso off, but it's going to be purged off immediately. And that's not good news now for 496, as they've got to defend without that big lasso. Hung, he's going to pop the BKB and waveform right in, but the Abyss was going to be out from Jackie, and the Jewel is there onto the Morphling. They're trying to help him out, but there's your Ravage from Masaros, and there's Jackie just cleaning everyone up. There are 3 heroes down without buyback, and I believe this is what you call GG, John.
Should Beater holding out in some couple of mine plays, perhaps?
Bombi's trying to drag him in to the mines, but he's not going to be able to get it. An ultra kill for Jackie. Well, they almost killed Jackie. Not quite.
Oh, Jackie. Oh, baited.
Eats the cheese, just in case. And he'll be right. That'll be the GG call being made now. And Motivate.Trust.
The fireworks went off.
Motivate.Trust do manage to get a 2-0 victory over 496. But what a fun series it was.
Absolutely a pleasure to watch these boys go against each other. Guildmates going up against each other, always fun. Motivate.Trust actually working against the techies. They had the plan. Jackie Naga was the answer. Masaros tied this wall. 496, a bit kooky. I love the lasso plays. Like it was just so fun to watch, but not quite it. Perhaps down the line, 496 will get their techies to work. Motivate, they knew it was coming. They knew how to deal with it. They do clean sweep today. Really a fantastic way to tie this day out, Mike.
Yeah, with that, John, we are going to head off. Of course, it is MLP Dota and JohnXFire. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. And if you did want to watch some more Dota, don't fret. There is EU and CIS happening right now over on BTS 2. I'm pretty sure they're just going to switch them over to BTS 1. But if you wanted to kind of just cut in line and get over there, you may as well go now. But for us, for SEA, we'll see you all again tomorrow evening.